In a quiet lakeside community, Michael had spent months fixing up his rustic cabin, a place he treasured for peaceful weekends away from city life. One Friday afternoon, as he arrived with groceries and a fishing pole, a sharp knock echoed on his cabin door. Standing there was Linda, the HOA's most outspoken and often dramatic member, already wearing her weekend hiking gear. She didn't look like she was there to welcome him, without so much as a greeting. Linda announced that the cabin was booked for her family's weekend retreat, claiming it was part of an unwritten HOA tradition. Michael was baffled. He owned the cabin outright, and no such rule had ever existed. When he politely refused, Linda's friendly mask slipped, and her tone turned icy. She insisted it was community courtesy and that everyone took turns. By evening, Linda returned, this time with a printed HOA guideline she claimed proved her right. But Michael noticed it looked hastily typed and didn't even have the official HOA letterhead. He calmly explained he wasn't leaving. Linda's face flushed as she accused him of breaking neighborhood unity and warned that she would have no choice but to involve the authorities. The next morning, Michael woke to the sound of loud voices outside. Linda had called 2 police officers, dramatically claiming that he was illegally occupying property that was promised to her for the weekend. The officers, visibly confused, asked to hear both sides of the story. Michael handed them his deed and HOA agreement. The officer's expression shifted from neutral to mildly amused. Linda's frustration grew when the officers didn't immediately side with her. She began pacing and talking faster, describing imaginary rules and exaggerated incidents. Now her voice cracked as she tried to rally neighbors to support her claim. But most stood at a distance, unwilling to get involved in her meltdown. The more she argued, the more her story unraveled. The officers gently explained that Linda had no legal grounds, and that continuing to press the issue could lead to consequences for false reporting. Michael offered her a seat in a glass of water, hoping to calm the tension, but Linda refused, and stormed off toward her car, still muttering about selfish neighbors. That evening, several neighbors stopped by to check on Michael, quietly admitting they'd experienced similar encounters with Linda. Some even joked about starting an HOA reality show. Michael smiled, realizing his calm persistence had not only protected his weekend, but also earned him new friends in the community. Meanwhile, Linda was notably absent from the next HOA meeting. The unwritten tradition was never mentioned again.